You think you've mastered the PS5? Its blazing speed and jaw-dropping visuals are just the tip of the iceberg. Under the surface, a hidden world of secrets and game-changing features awaits. Imagine Easter eggs that redefine iconic games, accessibility options that unlock new possibilities, and hidden tools that transform your gameplay. This isn't just a console, it's a treasure chest overflowing with surprises. Are you ready to crack it open? Use Game Boost to auto-enhance PS4 games. The PS5 can automatically remake backwards-compatible PS4 games without any developer input. This is similar to the HDR machine learning technology in the Xbox Series X. Sony calls this feature Game Boost. On the PS5, Game Boost is turned on automatically and doesn't need to be turned on. It makes some PS4 games better by speeding up loading times and increasing frame rates and textures. Just make sure that both your PS5 and the game have the most recent versions. You can play your old favorites again with a new look thanks to Game Boost. It's also a great way to keep yourself busy during those long summer gaming breaks. 2. Never lose power to the DualSense controller. It's easy to put your controller down without remembering to charge it, and when you return to the PS5 for additional playtime after taking some time to revert to your human state, the controller is dead. You may, however, hone your reptile brain to switch off the controller whenever you're done playing. It will completely shut down if you just hold down the PS button for 10 seconds. Continue until it becomes as automatic as hurling expletives at an unbeatable boss. Additionally, you can now program the controller to shut off after a predetermined period of inactivity. The controller does not automatically power off when it is idle by default. Go to Settings, then System, then Power Saving, and then set time until controllers turn off. The controller can be set to turn off after 10, 30, or 60 minutes of inactivity. 3. Make the most of the PS5 DualSense controller. Of course, the PS5's hardware and the titles of the upcoming generation it supports receive the majority of attention, but its innovative DualSense controller also elevates the gaming experience significantly. It is a far more sensory gadget due to its improved haptic feedback, vibratory response, and trigger feel. However, you might find that those adjustments are a bit too different from your normal experience. If so, take a cue from PlayStation support and navigate to Settings, then Accessories, and then Controllers. Play around with its response mechanisms until you find a setting that works for you. Another new feature is the integrated microphone in the DualSense, which allows you to broadcast and slash or communicate with your online team without the need for a separate microphone or headset. The microphone also has a mute button located beneath the PS button. If you need to join your Back 4 Blood group immediately, and don't want to waste time setting up a headset, this can be really handy. You can adjust the built-in microphone by going to Settings, then Sound, and then Microphone if you'd like it to not be on by default. The multi-use light bar surrounding the DualSense touchpad is another ingenious feature. Depending on the game you're playing, the light bars on the touchpad's left and right illuminate in different colors to represent different things. Additionally, if you're playing with other players, 1, 2, 3, or 4 white LEDs on the bottom of the light bar, directly beneath the touchpad, will indicate your player number. 4. Play PS4 games on the PS5 with enhanced performance. Even if you were fortunate enough to obtain a new PlayStation 5, you might not be prepared to give up some of your beloved PlayStation 4 games. Not only can PS4 games be played on the PS5, but the PS5 will also convert the PS4 game's material to run better, even if the game developer hasn't made any optimizations because of the device's built-in Game Boost feature. Despite this, several PS4 game developers have enhanced their productions for Game Boost's higher visual resolutions and better frame rates. For instance, Push Square reports that PS4 titles including World War Z, Aftermath, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider have been modified to run in 4K at 60 frames per second on the PS5. Games from the PS4 should load much more quickly on the PS5. Downloading any updates for the PS4 games is necessary to ensure that you are receiving the optimizations. If you would prefer not to load everything from optical discs, you can download PS5 games from the PSN store if they are in the digital library associated with your PlayStation Network account. Additionally, you can play PS4 games on the PS5 and only PS4 games by using your DualShock 4 controllers from the PS4. 5. Trick out your console with detachable panels. Not a fan of the glaring white exterior panels of the basic PS5? That makes sense, but you don't have to settle for that appearance either. The PS5 can be customized to look like your favorite video game, such as Spider-Man or Cyberpunk 2077, or it can simply be given a makeover with a new color or visual design. The panels on the PS5 are detachable. Matching custom skins for DualSense controllers are also available for several of them. Although the white panels on the PS5 may be removed and replaced, most of the customization choices available for the console are wraps or skips rather than full covers, so keep that in mind as you buy. Additionally, Sony has 5 new console cover colors available in their Galaxy collection. That being said, at $54.99 a set, Sony has set a high price for those. For $69.99 to $74.99 a piece. You can even get them paired with matching DualSense controllers. 6. Save time and storage by installing only parts of a game. A few installed games can begin to strain your PS5's internal storage, so if you don't already have an external SSD to augment its storage, you could start to panic. Therefore, you might want to make full use of the PS5's ability to install certain game content rather than the full game, which can save installation time and disk space, according to Wired. For instance, you may install the online multiplayer component first and only play the single-player campaign, or the other way around. To conserve space, you can also begin with the complete installation and subsequently remove only the parts you need. Consider the eagerly awaited Gran Turismo 7 racing game as an illustration of how much storage space some AAA games require. It came out on March 4, 2022, and in order to fit the complete game install and fixes, your PS5 disc needs to have 110 gigabytes of free space. That is 1/6 of the factory-installed PS5 SSD's entire capacity. Sony made a smart move by allowing you to install only the bits of a game that you wish to play, as these massive game installs eat up precious SSD space. 7. Jump straight to a specific mission with PS5 activities. For many gamers, instant satisfaction is crucial, therefore PS5 activities are a godsend. The Activities function, which you can access in the Control Center by pressing the PS button, allows you to go straight to a certain part of a game, such as a mission or game mode, without having to start the game from the beginning and then find your way to it. While activity cards are more often seen in single-player campaigns and point you in the direction of side objectives and achievements, they may also be found in multiplayer game types. They could display predicted completion durations for each task as well as trophy progress levels. For those who are completionists, the activity cards serve as helpful shortcuts and pointers. New levels and online multiplayer modes load much quicker on the PS5 due to its superior technology and nicer user interface than on the PS4. They may also let you return to portions of the game that you may have skipped the first time around. When it's unclear what to do next in expansive open-ended games like Horizon Forbidden West, activities may guide you in the right direction. Open-world games may, of course, be charming when you explore aimlessly, so perhaps try not to depend too heavily on activities. 8. Just say no to notifications. You may wish to avoid pop-up alerts while attempting to apply deep attention to a super stealthy Rainbow Six extraction operation. Thankfully, you can disable pop-up alerts from games, invites to games, achievements, and anything else via the PS5 settings. Toggle off Allow pop-up notifications by going to Settings and then Notifications from the PS5 home screen. This will disable all notifications. Alternatively, you may disable certain alerts one at a time. You may pick which alerts, such as those for game invites and awards, and when friends get online, you receive them by toggling the Allow pop-up notifications option lower down the page. You may also choose when, such as during broadcasts, games, and videos, you want to view alerts. Here's one more pop-up to smack down if you're really serious about never receiving notifications again, according to NNA. Navigate to Settings and then Shortcuts for Create button, then turn off Display Save Confirmation for screenshots. In this manner, the screenshot thumbnail won't disturb you when you take a screen grab, and if you're doing quick screen grabs, it won't interfere with your ability to take another one. 9. To save or not to save power in rest mode. You may adjust how long it takes to enter the power-saving rest mode, or to never enter rest mode at all. Under Settings, then go to System and then Power Saving. The PS5 uses less energy than usual while in rest mode since it can still download games and updates, apply firmware upgrades, and charge DualSense controllers. In addition, you may program the PS5 to enter rest mode when the link display turns off, and you can switch off a DualSense controller to save power by holding down the PS button for 10 seconds. Rest mode expedites the time it takes for the console to power up and might be useful for minimizing battery use during update downloads. Therefore, if you purchase a lot of digital games, you may download them along with any updates while your PS5 is in sleep mode, and then everything will be ready to play when you do. Rest mode does, however, have a few drawbacks, such as the potential to crash the PS5 or erase game data. So there you have it, folks. The PS5 is more than just a powerful machine. It's a playground of secrets and hidden possibilities. Remember, the journey of discovery doesn't end here. Keep exploring, experiment, and who knows what other surprises you might uncover within your own PlayStation.